Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 95. And it is early morning, and I am off for the day. Can't say that I had a lot of rest, but it's time to get out there and get back to work, so everything will be fine. I'm feeling all right. I've got energy. I'm motivated, and everything else is behind me, and we're going to move forward and make some money. No matter what, we're going to keep doing the right thing and keep pushing forward, and it's going to pay off. Persistence beats resistance, so it's going to happen. Anyway, this morning seems like a pretty nice day outside. Kind of a little bit hazy, but mostly, just a few clouds in the sky. 49 degrees, and sun is starting to shine. So, that's a good backdrop here. Now let's go out and do what we need to do, which is make money. I do have to do my work today as well. So I got to make sure that if there's any meetings, let's take a look if there's any meetings on the calendar. Today I have one meeting at 11 o'clock, so we'll do that tomorrow. There's all kinds of meetings, so let's try to make hay while the sun shines today, because tomorrow we might be limited a little bit. So that's what's going on right now, heading out for the day, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. So went to this place and looked around and found very little to play, and that's kind of what I expected, but it was on my way, so I thought I'd swing by. Played a couple small plays and ended my session ahead $32. Now, I was going to play blackjack as well, and I have a choice of leaving here right now or staying here for a little over an hour. Either way, I can make it work for a meeting that I have coming up. But I went back to the tables area, blackjack area. There was a low limit table that was just unplayable. And there was one high limit table that was a $50 minimum, 6-deck, stay 17, no resplit aces. And I was going to play that, but they had just started a shoe and there's no mid-shoe entry. So walked away from that. So right now I am heading out to my next casino, and I should get there a couple minutes after a meeting is supposed to be starting. So hopefully I can make up a few minutes on the way here. And then we'll do our meeting, and then we'll go play some blackjack there. Also, I'm still having a problem paying that ticket for the Arizona traffic stop that I had, and every time I would call the phone number, it would tell me that Verizon does not this Verizon number is not available or something like that. So someone had an idea at work to just use Teams to call, and I did that, and it actually worked because I couldn't pay the ticket on the website, even though I had the citation number, the case number, the complaint number. It has all these different numbers, and none of them would work. So I called and talked to someone, and they're like, "Oh no, we can't take payments. If you want to do a payment, you have to call this other number." And she gave me another number to call, and I called that number, and I was on hold for 45 minutes. So I decided just to let it go and to call today. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because the place opens up just as this meeting is starting. So I'm going to be talking in the meeting, so I'm probably going to miss the opening of this money collection place for tickets in Arizona. But hopefully after the meeting, since it's only a half-hour meeting, hopefully I can call and get that taken care of. Incidentally, it's only $131, so it's really not that bad. No points, and they do not report it to insurance. Sounds like a scam that they have to get tourists. And why wouldn't a tourist be okay with paying that $100? Because they don't have to come back. It doesn't reflect on their driving record. It doesn't increase their insurance. It's only $100. Just go ahead and take the money from them. So anyway, right now heading out to the next casino, and hope to have some better news for you there. Plus 32 here. All right, guys, I am back. So I will be at this next casino right on time to start my meeting. So it looks like I'm just barely going to make it right on time, and we'll do that meeting. Then I'll try to make that phone call to pay that ticket. Right now, I've just resigned myself to some things I can't control. I'm just going to relax and go through the motions, work hard, and let things happen. If they go the right way, they do. If they don't, that's fine too. And I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to do what I can do. And it's not easy. Believe me, it's not easy. But we're going to keep going through the motions and doing the right things. And good things will happen eventually. I know I'm repeating myself, but I have to repeat myself to keep it in my head and keep myself focused and all that stuff. So also we have an appliance issue at my mom's house that I got to get taken care of. I've called 5 different companies. Nobody wants to work. I finally found a company that could do it, and they can come out on Friday right when my wife is not available. So I'm looking for someone else to help me get that taken care of. Otherwise, I will probably do an overnight Thursday tomorrow and come back by like 11 a.m. Friday morning. I have to be before that because I have to I may have to scan my card at work tomorrow morning and do an overnight into Friday and come back by 11 and go over there by noon to be there for the appliance guy to get that taken care of. Otherwise, if I can find someone, it'll just be business as usual. So got that on my mind as well. So one thing at a time, and I never took care of the cruise stuff last night, maybe tonight. So anyway, continuing to my second stop, and I'll be back. All right, guys, just getting back to the car. I was in there a tremendous amount of time. Well, I guess I was in there for 3 hours.
To the mountain.
And actually, it went okay overall. I went to look at slots first. I found one play, lost a couple bucks, then went and played some blackjack on a low limit table, like a $15 table. And on that one, I spread from 15 to 100. Just go 15, 25, 50, 75, 100. No, 15, 25, 50, 100 on there. And that actually went okay. I ended the session ahead 367.50. Now, interestingly, the dealer did not like that very much. He, after I left, and you know how much I tipped him, he goes, "Thank you, sir." I said, "Okay, no problem." And he goes, "Sir." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Thank you, sir." I said, "No problem." He goes, "No, sir, thank you." And I said, "You're welcome." And I walked away. Screw that. Why am I giving you a tip? What did you do for me again? You weren't nice to me the whole time. We were playing, and I happened to win, so you think you deserve a cut of my winnings? What percentage do you think would be a reasonable amount for you? 5%? 10%? 50%? Is there going to be any number that you're satisfied with? Let's just say I give you 100%, right? I'm going to give you $367.50. Going to be spread out over all the dealers. What are you going to get? 25 cents minus taxes? Get out of here. And you're bugging me about this? Go get some money from some people who are throwing away hundreds of thousands of dollars. Don't come after me. So I left that table, looked at slots again, found nothing, went to a different table, sat down there. That one I was able to really spread on. I spread from one hand at 15 to one hand at 400, and no heat, no problem there. Initially, I was just hanging around zero the whole time, and just wasn't making anything, wasn't losing anything, just hanging in there. And then this Asian guy comes to the table. The most ridiculous thing. I mean, I say this all the time, but it's like it never ceases to amaze me, the ridiculousness of the people that play sometimes. He doubled down on every 7 or 8. Not like soft 18. No. 7 or 8, 5-2, 5-3, 4-4, whatever. He doubled down on every one of them. He did not double down at all on 11. Not one 11. And he go one hand, two hand, back and forth. And every time we had big counts, he would change things around, and the dealer gets a blackjack. Okay, I'm doing two hands, the dealer got a blackjack. He goes to one hand, the dealer gets a blackjack again, and it was just so aggravating. I know long term it doesn't make a difference, but it made a difference today because we were sitting there watching it happen, and I was just really, really aggravated. And then another guy comes to the table. I'm on third base, but I'm playing like the second to last spot. He comes over, and he stands next to me to my left, and I just ignore him. And he goes, "Excuse me." I said, "What?" He said, "Excuse me." I said, "What?" He goes, "Can you make some room for me?" I'm in the middle of a shoe. I got one deck to go. You want me to make room for you so you can sit down with your $100 bill? Get out of here. So he ends up sitting down anyway. I had just run out of money. I rebought for another $500. I was in for a total of $1,500. And he buys in for $100, and he's like, "Give me black." He gets one chip. And he plays it. He wins. He doubles his bet, loses, and he walks away. I'm like, okay, thanks a lot. And meanwhile, the agent's still up to his normal stuff. And I can't believe he thinks what he's doing is okay. Doubling on those hands, not doubling on the good hands. It is just ridiculous. And there was a point there where the dealer got like 3 blackjacks in a row as this guy was changing the number of hands that he got. And I looked at the dealer and I said, "And you wonder why some people think you send people to the table to screw with them?" And the dealer laughed, and he was like, "Yeah, I get it, because this is like a movie, like the perfect script. I'm going to do this and the dealer wins. I'm going to do this and the dealer wins." But then the count starts going up and up and up, and I'm raising my bet. 15, 50, 100, 200, 400, and it counts going up. Now we have a running 25 with 2 decks to go, and they're cutting it thin. It's about a little less than a deck at this point. So I've got room, and the Asian guy decides to take a break. He walks away. He just walks away. I'm like, I don't know where he went, but let's get some hands in. And while he was gone, I won pretty much every hand as the count started dropping and dropping and dropping. And when he came back, it's still positive, but barely. And I ended up coloring up and leaving plus $75 after being down like $12.50 at one point. And I made the mistake of watching the next 3 hands. Player got a blackjack, and then the player got a 20 and a dealer bust. And then the third hand, he spread to 2 hands, and he had 2 okay hands, and the dealer had a blackjack, and that's when I walked away. But yeah, man, some of these people are very aggravating, and you can put up with it when you're winning. You're like, okay, this guy's doing some stupid thing, but I'm still winning, so I don't really care. But when they're doing the stupid thing and you're losing, now all of a sudden you care, right? And that's what I was going through. So yeah, right now I really have 0 time left, but I am going to hit one more spot. I'm just going to go there now, and I'm just going to look at slots, and I should be in and out in like 20 minutes, and then we're going to head on from there because we're way behind on schedule. So for now, I'm going to let you go, and I'll be back to update you. You know what? Earlier on my way here, I forgot to tell you the rest of the story. As a wise man once said, I run into an AP, and we're watching this girl finish up this machine, and there's a nice play on there at $1 and one at $4, and so we play both of them as partners. We each put in 200. Then eventually, when we finished one of them, we put in another 200 separately. Anyway, doesn't matter. The first one we ended up losing about $40 on. The second one we did pretty well. After the dust settled, after the second one was over, a third one was possible, so we played that one through, lost a little bit on that one, and we ended the session, between each of us ended the session ahead 216, so plus 216 on top of the $75 blackjack win, the whatever 367.50, and the 213. So ended up being okay. And right now I'm walking into this place, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, as I am heading back to the car, did not play any blackjack in there, but that was by design. Blackjack is higher limit here, bad penetration, and I just overall have never really done that great at it here, just because you're starting at a disadvantage. But anyway, I go in, so I park in the parking garage, and then I'm going in, the door is locked, so you have to go all the way around to a different area. But they don't tell you that up front, so you're actually all the way over there before you realize that you're in the wrong place, and then you have to go around to get in. So I did all that. Where's my car? I hear it, I just don't see it. Isn't I different road there? Anyway, ended up just checking out some machines, and found like 3 tiny plays, and then I was like ahead like a couple bucks, like $18 or something like that. And I was getting ready to leave, and there's one more machine I wanted to check, and this one is not a must hit buy, but there's certain things on it that make it positive EV once it gets to a certain point. And I go over there and I look at it, and it's right there, and it's linked to another one right next to it. And I go to put money in, and it won't let me put money in. And the lady says, "Oh yeah, that one is not working. There's a voucher stuck in the machine, so it won't work." So I push the help button, and I'm like, well, we're gonna get this thing unstuck, because I'm gonna win this money. It's just a small amount, but if it's positive, it's positive. So I wanted to get the money. So I pushed the button, and I'm waiting. Finally, someone goes over to a machine nearby, and I direct her over to this one. She clears it out for me, take about 10 spins, and I ended up taking the money that lady was going for. So everything was good there. Like I said, it's not much money, but I'll take any kind of positive EV if I can get it. So I ended that session ahead $46, and right now we're gonna go get something to eat. We're gonna get some vegetables, something to fill up my stomach here, because I haven't eaten all day, and it's late afternoon. And then after this, the next casino we go to, I'm gonna have free food, but at that point I would have already had vegetables and stuff, and my stomach would be full, so I would probably just get drinks or some kind of snacks just in case. So you might be wondering, MW, we haven't heard an update on your weight loss. How are you doing on that? And are you going the wrong way? Is that why you're not telling us about it? And the answer is no. I'm not going the wrong way. I was staying neutral or slightly down every couple days, and overall I'm doing pretty well. Right now I am down over 9% of my body weight, and hopefully by this weekend we'll be close to 10% or at 10%, and that's a big deal. And ultimately, what is my goal? I'm not positive, but I think I would be happy around 22%. So 20, 22, somewhere in there, I would be very happy, and then just need to learn how to keep it level. But I feel like I'm creating some eating habits that are good, where I'm not starving to death for the most part. Most of the time I have food that I like and is good for me and helps me lose weight, so I'm happy to keep going with it right now. And how many cheat days have I had so far? 0 cheat days in over 3 months. I haven't had one day where I said I'm just going to eat anything. On Easter, my mom made some things that I liked, and she knows I like them, and she wants to see me eat them, so I put just a little bit of each on my plate and made sure she was there watching me eat it when I ate it, so that she understands I still like the food, but right now I'm watching my diet. So right now we are going to head over to this store. We're going to buy some food, and then we're going to continue on. And was there something else I wanted to tell you? I already told you about that machine. I guess that's it for now. So letting you go, I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So I have talked about this place for a long time. I don't play blackjack here because I've had issues before and things have been a little fishy and I just didn't want to play. And today I played blackjack and I was reminded why I don't play blackjack here. So we'll start with when I first walked in, I looked at slots first and found a couple small plays and played those. And then there's a new machine that is like a big rage. Everybody loves it right now. Everybody's playing it. And there are actual correct ways to play it, when to play it, all that. It's all calculated. It's all mathematics. And it seems to always lose. But I played that one, and that one brought me down. I was down $50 for the session. At that point, went around looking for other stuff. And I ended down like $199 before I went to play blackjack. I went and played blackjack, and I walk in the area and sit down. I buy in. I had this story about, oh, I'm losing and I'm just trying to get some money back and all this stuff. But obviously they weren't buying it because it's a no mid shoe entry. And so I got a fresh shoe, and I'm playing, and I got a running 19 with 3 decks to go. So, talking about a true 6. And the cut card came out. Okay, honey. What's going on? Well, it seems like I was half-shoed from the first shoe. So, I don't know. Do they remember me? This place was not very aggressive with me. They kind of implied that they knew that I counted cards before, like years ago, and it really didn't go anywhere. They never stopped me from doing anything or anything like that. So, I assumed I was good, and maybe I wasn't because I was half-shoed. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and play another shoe and see where they put the cut card. And now he put it at like 1 3/4. So I wasn't really positive. And I thought, okay, I'm going to just conveniently just get out, gracefully. But the count went up immediately. So I played it until it went negative. And then I got up and I bought in for a total of $1,000. At my low point, I was down $800. At my high point, I was up $200, and I ended up leaving ahead $50, and happy to get out of there, and will not be playing on this shift for a while. Maybe again sometime, but not for a while. And I'm going to remember this dealer specifically because I think he was around a couple years ago when I had my issues. So maybe he remembered me, maybe he wasn't sure. He was testing me by doing a half shoe, and when I stayed, he went to a little bit better. Maybe it was going to be better the next shoe. I have no idea. But I did get half-shoed. So, anyway, then I went back to slots. And like I said, I was down like $199. And before you knew it, I was down like $250. And then $150. And I'm like, well, it looks like I'm going to leave down $150. I'm going to take one more lap around. And I'm going to get out of here. And I see this lady who's always checking everything, and she walked right by this machine. I'm like, I'm going to just take a quick look just in case. And I find a play at about $5 a spin. I sit down and I play that, and it played beautifully. And it took a few minutes to hit it. But when I finally did hit it, it paid pretty well. It paid $733.50. So that was nice, and it put me ahead for the session on slots, $413. So I went from being down a couple hundred to up 413 on slots, plus 50 on the blackjack. And I did talk to one of the APs here, and he was filling me in on people from other areas coming in, who they are and what they do and what they know and stuff like that. So it's always good to have that networking. So all is good as far as all that. Then I went and got some drinks, and I got some pork rinds, which are 0 carb, and I got some cough drops actually, and those are good if I want some kind of taste of candy or flavor in my mouth without having to put something too sweet or high sugar in my mouth to have high calories. Then I just take like a cough drop, and that's going to usually be about 5 calories or less, and it kind of fulfills that need for sugar or that sugary taste. So that's what's going on right now. I'll come back and update you. All right, guys, I am back, just continuing my trip, and we can do some segments here. What did you eat today, MW? The answer is not much. I just had some vegetables, and that's pretty much it. Had some sunflower seeds, some vegetables, and that's all. I'm heading home. I'll be having some grilled chicken tonight, and we'll go from there. And what did you tip today, MW? And interesting, because I played 3 sessions of blackjack. In the first session, the dealer was very upset that I didn't tip, and because of that, he got $0. And the second dealer was a lot nicer. He was pulling for me with the Asian guy doing all kinds of crazy hits and stands and stuff like that, and he got tipped $0. And then, of course, this last one here that half-shoed me, we don't even want to talk about that guy, so he got $0. So overall, we tipped $0. We made about $1,600 today, if you include everything that I did. And so it was a decent day, and we're going to build on it tomorrow. It looks like I have someone to take care of the appliance guy on Friday, so I don't have to worry about that. So I can do a regular trip Thursday, a regular trip on Friday, with stopping at the office in the morning to check in to show that I was there. So all that is good. Tomorrow morning we'll pay the ticket, because I tried to pay the ticket today, and it is 8 o'clock Eastern time that it opens, not 8 o'clock Pacific time. So by the time I called them, it was like 3 hours late, and it was a long line again. So tomorrow we'll call Eastern time instead of Pacific time. We'll get that ticket paid for. I only have a few days left to pay for it anyway. So and then tonight, once I finish dinner and all that and get the kids all settled in, I will work on the cruise, hopefully get that taken care of today. I don't know if I'll be able to get it done, but I'm going to try. So that's what's going on right now, and it's a really beautiful day heading back toward home. Right now, in the area that I'm in, it is 78 degrees outside with just a little bit of a hazy sky, but overall a really nice day. And that should be it for today. So I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.